Mortgage rates are falling. House prices are falling. I'm going to tell you 10 cities where home prices grow slowest in a long time. And also, one type of buyers should buy a house, but one type of buyers should not buy a house. I'm going to tell you which one is which at the end of the video. Mortgage rates fall for 3rd straight weeks. A blessing for home buyers. Why? It's because of the bank crisis. When the bank collapsed, everybody thought Federal Reserve's gonna cut rate or pause the rate. So 10-year Treasury yields fell. When 10-year Treasury yields falls, mortgage rates fall. But it may not last for a long time, because when everything settles, everything goes back to normal, inflation data comes back again, and Federal Reserve might increase the rate a few more times. When that happens, the mortgage rate could go up again. But right now, the rate on average 30-year fixed mortgage rate dropped to 6.32% from 6.42% the week prior. That's a good news for buyers. So make sure you take advantage of this if you are a buyer. And also, there is a sharp increase in competition because you are not the only one buying the house. There are a lot of people who wants to buy a house. So when mortgage rates drop, of course they're gonna jump in. They're gonna look for a house. That's also good news for sellers on the market right now. Within 3 weeks, housing market accelerated. We got a lot of people getting pre-approvals, a lot of people applying for loans, and also refinancing. So what could happen to buyers and sellers and housing markets? Home buyers has been jumping at opportunity before spring and locking in lower rate. Make sure you lock in rate. When you will see the buyer approval, the rate you see on the approval letter is not the fixed rate that you're gonna get when you buy a house, because the rate is always changing. So the rate on the letter only shows you that the rate at the time when you got approved for the loan, this is the rate. If you bought the house on that date, that's the rate that you're gonna get. So it's really important. Once you get the approval letter, you submit offer letter to the seller, then you lock the rate. Just tell your lender, hey, I want to lock the rate because I only found this house that I really like. So once you lock the rate, then you know that the rate that you're gonna see is what you're gonna get. So it's very, very important to lock the rate. So the letter could be 7%, but when you lock the rate, it could be 6%, it could be 8%. So make sure you take action really fast. And also, it's really important to have the approval letter ready. So when you see the rate dropped, like this happen, you can jump in right away. But if you just start applying for a loan, it might be too late because the rate changes every single day. So it's very, very important to take action. A lot of people ask me, should I buy a house right now or should I wait until the house prices go down? But remember, this is not 2008. In 2008, everybody lost their job, they lost their homes, and the banks, they had to sell a lot of houses on the market. There were a lot of oversupply in 2008. So right now, everybody keeps their job. Your neighbor has a job, you have a job, and your family has a job. So nobody wants to sell the house. If there's no seller, how could the house prices go down? And even if you want to sell the house, you need to buy a new house at a higher rate. So who's gonna buy? Nobody. I don't want to pay for higher rates, so I'm just gonna stay at my house and wait for the rate to come down. So in this situation, it will be very hard to find oversupply or excess inventory. If there is no excess inventory, there is no oversupply. If there is no oversupply, the demand has to pay more. The buyers have to pay more to get limited supply. So that's the issue that you're gonna be having. But of course, over time, the housing prices could cool down. But the more important question you could ask is, how do I get my dream house at a reasonable price that I really like and at a location that I like. Always look for a good house with a good location. If you're a family, a good school, because in US, houses in a good school area tend to maintain value and increase value over time. So it's very important to have good location, good location, good location. And also if you have a plan to stay in a house for 5 to 10 years, house prices tend to go up over time. It's very important. So the question of should I wait to buy a house? Should I wait until the prices falls? Is similar to should I wait to study stock investing until in my 30, in my 40, in my 50? Remember, I started studying stock investing and option trading when I was a teenager. So now I'm traveling around the world. If I had just started at the age of 30, I may need to wait until 50 years old to get financial freedom to start traveling around the world. Would you like that? No, you don't want that. You want to start early, then you can start traveling around the world like me as soon as possible. The same way, you want to find a good house that you really like at a very reasonable price, and you can probably negotiate down the price that you like. Why not? If you are just pay $3,000 to rent a house and you also need to pay only $3,000 to buy a house, why don't you just buy it right now so you have time for the house to appreciate in value? It's very important. Take action really fast. And home prices at $450,000 will fly off the market. Remember, 300,000 good houses at a good location is very hard to find. Even 450,000 is gonna go like that in a very snap of the finger. So you have to be really quick. Of course, if you might see some houses on the market for a long time because maybe they are listing 500,000 for 400,000 house. But if you see a house at reasonable price, very undervalued, it will be gone just like that. So the most important question is, how do I get the house that I like at a very good price? How do I negotiate? How do I find a good realtor? How do I know the market? Those are the questions that you should be asking. In every situation, in every market, there is always an opportunity. Even in the stocks, in a bear market, there is an opportunity. You can short the stock, you can have put option. Even in bull market, you can always find good stocks and a value stock to buy. So in every market, there's always opportunity. And in real estate, the same. It doesn't matter where you live, you can find good neighborhood, good houses at a good price. Just do it. Don't worry about it. And where will rates go next? The rates, it could go up again because let's say next month in April, the inflation report comes in really high. Maybe it doesn't go down as much as the Federal Reserve would like. The Federal Reserve could hike the rate 0.25%. It could hike the rate a few more times. So in that situation, your mortgage rate could go back up after banking crisis has already settled. People are not worried about the crisis anymore. The bond, 10-year bond yield is going to go up. When it goes up, your mortgage rate go up as well. So and a lot of the buyers going to come in as well in the next few weeks or even now in March. So because they want to get the rate closer to 6% to 7%, 6%, 7%. So what are the 10 cities that grow the slowest in a long time? US home prices fell 0.5% in January from December. There are 7 months decline. So really important. It fell from December to January 0.5%. But if you compare year to year, it stayed up 3.8% in January from last year. So home prices grows much slower than people expected, but it still grows. So it's not just like dropping, it still going up. Very important. So I do not see the home prices to drop like 10%, 20%, like unless there is a economic collapse or there isn't so many people losing their jobs. Yeah, it could happen, but the chance of it happening is so slow because the Federal Reserve, the government is gonna be so quick to rescue anything, so to prevent the financial system from crashing. So that's not gonna happen, not like in 2008. But you can always expect it to happen. So just wish for it. Wish is not a good strategy in investment. So I'd rather bet on a high probability than low probability. Florida's real estate market stay hot. Southeast of the US market stay hot. Miami was the top performing city, and home prices up 13.5% over last year, and Tampa 10.5%, and Atlanta 8.4%, Charlotte 8.1%. Part of the Southeast region that led the nation with 10.2% housing price growth. But the weakest market is Austin, because in 2022-2021, Austin was the hottest real estate market. So that's why it went up a lot. Now it is the weakest right now. It's very, very normal. So to see like that. Of course, the reference list of 10 cities with the slowest housing price growth, basically in the West. Phoenix, Tacoma, Washington, Denver, Las Vegas, Stockton, California, Sacramento. All these cities are in the West because technology companies are laying off people. So people are nervous would I have the job next month, so they don't want to buy a house. Also, their stock prices went down in 2022. So when you're losing in value on the paper in stocks, you don't have the feeling, you don't have the appetite to buy new houses. But that could change because in 2023, technology stocks prices have been going up like crazy. Like I said before, at the beginning of the year, technology, consumer discretionary, communication services, those are the top 3 sectors, the S&P 500 that have a lot of gains. Not energy, not utilities like in last year. So everything changes. So that could change at the end of 2023 and also 2024 because a lot of stock gains gonna come. Hey, I can buy a house right now. My stocks has been going up like crazy. So all the technology in the West, companies, people, they might start buying houses again. Maybe next year, maybe at the end of 2023. So if you are living in the West, make sure you plan. You might want to buy before everybody start buying. When you live, comment down below. I would like to know. If you have any question, comment down below. I'm gonna answer it in my next real estate video. And some reported that layoff and precarious technology stocks are determined bias. Yes, that's right. And also other attribute the slowdown mainly due to other factors, including super low inventory. But that doesn't make sense. If you have super low inventory, as long as there are so many buyers, the price gonna go up because you are buying a very small quantity and there are a lot of buyers. The price gonna go up. That's the only way. The only way the price could go down is because there are not enough buyers to do it, even for the small quantity inventory. So when you read news, it's really important to pay attention, to analyze. So it's very important for everybody to be educated in finance, financial education, financial freedom, so that they can think for themselves. For a normal person, they might think, oh yeah, house low inventory, so that's why the house prices go down. No, it's because the number of buyers are getting lower and lower, fewer and fewer. So they don't want to buy a house because of layoff and stock market crash. That's the reason why house prices were not going up. It's not because of low inventory. It's because there are no buyers, not enough buyers. And I'm gonna tell you one type of buyer that should never buy a house. Who are they? If you make 1,000 a day in stock market, you should not buy a house. On March 21st, my profit was over 1,100. On March 22nd, my profit was over 1,200. March 23rd, over 1,100. March 24th, let's look at it. 762. How about 1 week? March 20 to March 24 is over 4,500. It's very difficult to make this type of money. Even if you buy a house, you rent it out, it's very hard to get over 4,500 in 1 week. If you get it in a month, it's normal. Even so, you need to pay mortgage, interest, insurance, maintenance, utilities, everything. And if you only pocket 400 over 4,000 rent, you are already good. It's 10% return. So, but you need to invest a lot of money, a few 100,000, 500,000, 700,000, 800,000 to get 4,500 in a month. Man, your profit is not that much. But in stock option trading, I made over 4,500. It's profit within 1 week. For those types of people, you should not buy house. If you have a house, you need to stay in one place to manage your properties. Even if you have property managers, when there's any issue that require your attention, you have to be there. But for stock options trading, I can travel around the world just 1 hour a day. I could make this much money. My investment is only about over 10,000. But if you buy a house, you need to borrow money. It's hundreds of thousands of dollars. So in this situation, you should not buy a house. And I started investing a lot in 2022 because the stock market was down. That was a good time. Now it's also a good time. So that's why I was not interested in real estate in 2022. And even now, I'm not interested in real estate because the stock market has so many opportunities because of bear market. A lot of stocks are so cheap, and I could trade stock option. It doesn't matter if the stock market goes up or if the stock market goes down, or if it doesn't do anything, I still make money. But if you are the first time home buyer, you don't own a house, it might be a good idea to buy a house because you're gonna live in the house anyway. If you have a plan to live in a house for 5 to 10 years and you have a house that you like, it's in a good locations, it has good school, and the house condition is good, and you get a very good price, why not? If you are just paying 3,000 a month in rent, and the new house that you're gonna be buying, you just need to pay 3,000, around 3,000, you are still better off than just renting because you are paying money to your landlords. Now you own a house and you are paying to yourself. If you do not own a house, the money, the savings, you're gonna spend it in useless things. The money, the savings, you are most likely gonna spend it on useless things. So I don't want you to spend it on useless things. So invest in real estate market, buy a house is still better than nothing. But if you know how to make money in stock investing, stock option trading like me, your money is better spent in stock option trading. Like, share, subscribe, open an account down below. You get the free stars. I will see you in the next video.
Do you want to retire early? Do you love freedom? Do you want to work only 1 to 2 hours a day while traveling around the world and spend more time with your family? You can start stock investing and option trading right now.
If you want to know more about finance, stocks, options, real estate, crypto, check out our playlist. Stock investing, stock trading, option trading, real estate, cryptocurrency.